Good afternoon. Welcome to NMS. I'm Coach Kent, head of NMS. What I want to talk to you today about is smart fat loss. Now, when I say smart fat loss, I mean fat loss that happens at a fairly slow rate, but happens, and when you do it and you do it the right way, you will look better. Now, my background is obviously bodybuilding. Been doing it for many years. And the big thing about bodybuilding that is a lot different than many other different diet approaches is that we focus on maintaining muscle mass, okay, whilst at the same time trying to get as lean as possible, and at the same time not trying to look, too emaciated and, I guess really skinny. So we're trying to maintain as much muscle mass as possible and lose body fat. Now, generally our approach to diet is very pinpoint. We always try to get enough protein in to maintain muscle. We always try to get enough calories in to maintain energy. And then what we try to do is we try to then, do the workouts that are required to build muscle mass as well as to retain muscle mass. Now, just because you're not a bodybuilder doesn't mean that you can't learn some of the aspects of that smart fat loss. And what I mean by that is that if you do some weight training or resistance training in your program, you do the cardio. Walking could be a good method of doing it. If you enjoy doing sprints, that can be a good method. But just some sort of cardio combined with some resistance training, and then a diet that is a little bit maybe higher in protein, has enough carbohydrates that you don't feel completely lethargic, and doesn't have these weird methods of things like, intermittent fasting and, no sugar and no carbohydrates and, or carnivore, or, it's just a general, more of a healthy approach to dieting. Now, I'm not suggesting to you that there's a lot of bodybuilders that are really healthy, because obviously, when it comes to bodybuilding and especially steroid use, that can diminish health. But I'm a natural bodybuilder, and from a natural perspective, if I look at fat loss, I look at it from a point of view of, if I keep my muscle mass, okay, I have a faster metabolism. If I eat enough carbohydrates, I train hard. If I eat slightly less calories than I need every day, I slowly lose fat. And from a point of view of long term, okay, if you use those similar principles, you will end up not only losing the weight that you lost, but you will keep it off in the long term, okay? Now, I hope that sort of makes sense to you, because a lot of people try different dieting methods, and the dieting methods are obviously to lose weight because they need to lose weight for health reasons, but also people, lose weight for aesthetic reasons, okay? But if you're doing it in a way that tears down your body, once you lose that weight, you're going to look extraordinarily sort of thin in some areas, but you'll still have loose skin in other areas. And then if you jump on the Ozempic, Reta, all those different weight loss methods, you're going to be extremely thin, and there's going to be health problems due to that thinness from malnourishment and so forth. The biggest factor that we take into consideration with bodybuilding is protein levels, carbohydrate levels, fat levels, fiber levels, okay? You'll find a lot of bodybuilders eat large amounts of fiber, okay? And that's what keeps us full and satiated during a period of dieting for a contest, okay? But those same principles you can use day in, day out on a normal diet, both to maintain weight or to lose weight, okay? Now, weight loss has to be a smart approach. If you're losing more than, say, 1% of your body weight per week, okay, even if you've got large amounts of body weight to lose, you're going to take muscle mass with that. And the lower you get in body fat, the more muscle mass you will probably lose. So from a perspective of a healthy diet over the long term, the bodybuilding approach of, not having too low calories, having, a good number of calories for energy, but obviously enough to lose weight, is going to be your best approach, okay? And if you've got any comments or questions on this, by all means, put it into this post, okay? And let me know what you think about this, because it's important that you understand that, there's a smart approach to fat loss, And then there is just a diet approach of losing everything. And that's not what you want to do, guys. You want to be retaining as much muscle as you can because it's functional. You retain it because it's good for your metabolism, it's good for your sugar metabolism, and it's good to keep you lean, okay, in the future. So losing muscle mass is not a smart idea. And I don't care whether you say, oh, look, I don't think I need muscle. No, you do need muscle, because if you don't have muscle, you're not walking, you're not moving, okay? So we do need it. So I hope this video serves you well. I'm going to do some more videos, and I'm going to be talking about, you know, smarter approaches to, you know, losing fat and keeping it off. And I hope that you feel like this video can be helpful to you. If it is, by all means, share it around. I'd love if you could share my page, subscribe to my page. And if there's any videos that you have good ideas on me to do, I will be doing them in the future. Comment below. Have a good afternoon, and hopefully this video has been helpful to you. Thanks for listening.